Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Before we get started, there's one thing that I would like to do, and that's thank everybody out there. Thank all you guys for watching, tuning in, vibing with me. If you didn't know, I hit 5,000 subscribers yesterday, and that it just made my day. It made my day. That's one of the milestones that I wanted to hit when I first started this channel. And to be here 2 years after, I started this channel. It's fantastic. I love the support. I love the back and forths. I love the debates. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, I love it all, man. And shout out to y'all for being true New York Giants fans. Like, I believe that I'm a New York Giants fan, but you guys are truly New York Giants fans, and again, thank you guys for the support. Now let's get into this recap of OTA 7. OTA 7, and again, the media was not in the building. I hate it when they're not in the building because we don't get a lot of information. But even with that being said, normally when the media is not in the building, we still get two different breakdowns. We get one breakdown from Dan Salomon on Giants.com, and then we get another one from John Schmoke on Giants.com. Today, no, we only got one. We only got one breakdown. Shout out to John Schmoke for giving us the news and keeping us updated. Again, all this information that I'm sharing with you guys can be found on Giants.com because that's where I get my information from, especially when the media is not in the building. So let's talk about OTA 7. Now, one of the first things John Schmoke talked about today was special teams. And we already know that new kickoff rule. I can't stand it already. We haven't done it once. I haven't seen it once. I saw what they had picked. They had like videos. What was it? XFL. Whatever league was doing it before. With this new, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now here's the thing. Now, if the New York Giants are able to get, great field advantage because of this new rule, then guess what? I'm going to love the rule. Because at the end of the day, it's all about winning. And it's all about what's in the best interest of the Giants. Just for me being a fan right now, I don't like the new rule. I'm old school. I don't like too many changes. I don't like this rule. But again, what did I say? What did I say? If it ends up helping the Giants, guess what? I'll vote for it again next year because they only have it. I think they're only trying it out this year, and then they have to vote on it at the end of the season to see if they want to keep it, moving forward. So let's talk about these OTAs. So they talked about our new special teams coordinator, and they were talking about the special team drills and John Schmoke's saying it's about how strange it looks. So now with this new kickoff rule, you have the defenders, the kickoff team. Outside of the kicker, nobody can move. Nobody can make a move until the ball is either fielded, caught, or until that ball touches the ground. I don't know how that makes sense to anybody. I see it clearly as an advantage to the receiving team. So, I guess 50% of the time I'm going to love this rule. 50% of the time I might hate this rule. But again, if the New York Giants are having good starting field advantage, then it is what it is. But that's really the first time I heard John Schmoke write about or mention special teams outside of, Graham's Gano kicking and the punter kicking and stuff like that, the Scottish hammer punting and stuff like that. So, good to see that they're working on certain drills. Now, let's talk about practice. No disrespect, practice though, right? So another strong day for the defense. And another strong day, not only for the defense, but also for the secondary. The biggest question mark going into the season is the New York Giants secondary. You got Tay Banks as CB1, and then you got Cordell Flott right now at cornerback too. I did like what I saw today as far as Cordell Flott was highlighted in making a play deep downfield on coverage of Darius Slayton. He's able to make the break up down the field. Now, here's the thing. When you're outside cornerback, I like to hear, okay, Darius Slayton's no bum. He's no slouch. He's not the best wide receiver in the league, but he's also no slouch, no bum. So if you're able to make a play deep down the field where Darius Slayton is known to make some plays, and you get the pass break up and you're able to run stride for stride with them down the sideline, that's a win for me, for Cordell Flott. That's a win for me. Also making plays today, Tay Banks. He's been pretty solid so far in OTAs, breaking up passes, doing what he does best. Another guy that they mentioned was Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson is the UDFA that we got or signed from UCLA. Now, here's the thing with Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson has been taking advantage of, the opportunities he's been given. And you know what? He's even had some times where he's running with the second team. Right now, you drafted Andrew Phillips to be that guy. Could there possibly be a battle there? I really don't think so. I'm just saying there's things that we can think about, food for thought, stuff like that moving forward. Another thing about the secondary, Tyler Nubin's name was mentioned today along with Jalen Mills. They were sent on blitzes today and were able to get some pressure and cause some quick throws. Fantastic. I love to hear about the secondary. The biggest question mark for the New York Giants, I keep saying, and I will repeat it again, is that this defense, the secondary, needs to be able to get up to speed to match what's going on that second level, and then with that front four getting pressure. So happy to see that these guys are making strides in OTAs. Can't wait for the pads to come on. Can't wait for minicamp. But that's just another thing. Oh, let me get a side note done really quickly. So June 1st passed. The big elephant in the room is Darren Waller and what's his decision is going to be. Right now, the rumors are that Darren Waller will have his mind made up by minicamp. Minicamp, I believe, is the 11th and 12th. Go ahead and check that out just to make sure. I believe it's the 11th and the 12th. So we should have a decision this weekend whether or not Darren Waller is going to retire or not. And there's big money at stake with this situation. Now, if he does retire, you're looking at upwards of almost $11 million or just over $11 million. If he doesn't, and the New York Giants decide to cut him or do something like that, then we're talking about, I believe, $5 to $6 million. So, of course, I would love to have Darren Waller healthy and being able to be that threat on the team. Is his head in the game right now? We don't know. If he does decide to retire, that helps out the New York Giants financially, and we'll see what happens with that. So let's get back to the OTAs. So also, what was it? The running backs. The running backs have been working heavily in the receiving game this spring. Is what John Schmelk is saying. The new running backs coach, Joe Thomas, coming out of that New Orleans offense, working with guys like Alvin Kamara. You're seeing a lot of drills where the running backs are doing quick passes, quick catches, over the shoulder type catches, back shoulder throws, quick throws, working on their reaction time and stuff like that. And one of the drills is kind of funny to me. Obviously, these guys are professionals, but they're doing over the shoulder type of catches, and what they're doing is not allowing the running backs to look for the ball. They're making them react so that they as soon as the ball reaches their peripheral, they're making plays, or trying to catch the ball from that. So that's a very interesting drill. Maybe they expect a lot of quick throws to the running back, in this new Dable offense. I can't even say new Dable offense. I think that Dable is just really set on throwing the ball, and not just throwing the ball to the wide receivers or the tight ends. He also wants to get the running backs involved, and we're seeing that in these type of drills that the New York Giants are doing, even though we're not seeing actual plays. Well, not saying really, but they have 11 on 11s. A lot of the drills, and even with the offensive line, the combo blocking and stuff like that, these guys are working on their fundamentals and working towards whatever this offense is going to look like in this 2024 season. Another thing about the defensive front, still making plays. I heard Brian Burns was causing havoc today. Dexter Lawrence getting pressure up the middle as usual. Who was it? Bobby Okereke, good, both linebackers, Bobby Okereke and Micah McFadden making plays in the passing game. They said that Micah McFadden sniffed out a screenplay, and guess what? I love it. Now, the only thing with Micah McFadden, he got to make sure that he finishes. He's always there around the ball, always ready to make the play, but he didn't always finish, so hopefully he's working on that. And guess what? They don't have any pads on, but he's there around the ball in the right place at the right time. Just got to finish, and I believe the guy can improve and do those things. Now, let me check my notes really quickly to see if I missed anything, because I do keep the notebook with me. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. They talked about the offense a little bit, some quick notes. Wan'Dale Robinson had a couple good catches on some slants. Now, last year, I wanted them to run more slants, and I wanted them to run those slants with Jalen Hyatt. When we played a lot of these teams, their cornerbacks played off, sometimes 8 yards deep, this, that, and the third, and we never really ran slants. And I don't know if it was the O-line, I don't know if it was the quarterback play or a mixture of both, but we just, or could have been what the defense was doing. Maybe they were baiting. Didn't run a lot of slant plays, and when you have a guy like Wan'Dale Robinson, you have a guy like Jalen Hyatt, you would think that the slant would be money, especially when guys are playing 8 yards off. So maybe that's something they're working towards this year. They saw something on tape or picked up something from last year, looking at the film, saying, you know what, these guys want to play off. Go ahead and let's make these guys pay and run a couple of slants. But again, that's going to be the wrap up for today. Again, not a lot of notes, no media in the building. Again, shout out to John Schmoke for giving us the information that we did get. And yeah, that's going to be a recap of OTA 7. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.